Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. Pete Gray here, along with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup, right next to, like, they're unloading the Royal Polaris, they're unloading the Islander, they're unloading the Royal Star, with lots of bluefin tuna here at Fisherman's Landing.
Be gone for the week and coming in today, you know, after our great trip to Kingfisher, I looked at the parking lot and I'm like, okay, well, summertime happened while I was gone. It's here, and boy, those boys are unloading some serious fish right now. There was some very good fishing that obviously happened while we were gone.
We have the man, Mr. Ron Lane from Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay, and we're giving away some phenomenal prizes to callers and texters.
Man, you're not kidding. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, just such a generous thing from Hobie and Fast Lane and just the whole family over there in Mission Bay, and a really cool one. If you didn't catch that, one lucky caller or texter today at the end of the show, again, as always, determined by the coin flip, is going to win a $450 valued Hobie bait tank. It's the Hobie Live Well, designed specifically for Hobie boats. It drops right in. It's such a killer product, and that's going to one lucky caller or texter. Another lucky caller or texter is going to win a $200 shopping spree for Salty Crew clothing, thanks to Jared and the whole crew at Fastlane and Ron, and just, man, I can't tell you how cool that is, and what a great couple of prizes. And again, you guys you share the stoke with everybody over there.
The stoke, I like that.
That is, yeah.
That's a surf word.
Hey, speaking of big bluefin tuna, check out this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. Always loaded with good stuff, and you can find out who our guests are in Western Outdoor News every week. Front page, big giant cow,
look at that.
bluefin on the
so
front.
Cool.
And then, of course, you got lots of good information about the amazing halibut fishing that's been going on, and article about the sad end of the California recreational salmon season not happening this year,
so
bass fishing, and more. Check it out, this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. And it's time to find out what's biting, Rick.
Damn right it is. Today, our FishDope.com report is sponsored by our friends at Norrisk Lithium Batteries. They're designed specifically for marine use. Norrisk Lithium features prismatic cells for extreme durability, solid connections, longevity, and reliability. The Norrisk Guardian Advanced Battery Management System allows you to monitor the health and charging status by using an app on your phone. Norrisk also makes a complete line of kayak and electric reel batteries that weigh less than 3 pounds. Make the investment in the very best for your boat with Norrisk Lithium. Check NorriskLithium.com or go see the Trolling Motor Doctor or Anglers Marine for your Norrisk Lithium batteries.
I got a story about Norrisk Lithium batteries. Heath Bone, who we fished with on the Intrepid up in Kingfisher, I just put a whole bank of Norrisk Lithium batteries into his boat, and he says he never has to worry about any power problem, because this guy has more stuff on that boat than you've ever seen in your life.
When you said that, I literally in my head went, of course he does. Heath is the most tech advanced
He's got a computer,
person
he's got
is there.
He's got all kinds of stuff, and he monitors his battery on his phone with the Norse app.
So sick.
And he says, "Oh yeah, we used 15 amps in that stop, and but I still have like 8,000 amps left. You can, and that's the advantage of Norrisk Lithium. Yeah. So
and think about all the electronics.
I'm going to make that conversion very soon.
Think about the electronics it's running on a boat like that. It's not just like down here we think about our bait tank and maybe our screens. You talk. He's running sensitive equipment, computers, and all kinds of things, but also electric downriggers. I mean, things that are having some serious draw.
Oh yeah.
Up, that elevator, a 20-pound cannonball in a downrigger. Yeah. It's up and down 100 times a day. No biggie. Not even thinking about it.
And a fraction of the weight.
Totally.
Too. Yeah. I mean, even our electric reels that our Shimano, new Beastmaster Shimano, Steve bought the new Beastmaster up. I have the old Beastmaster, and for fishing that 1,400-foot black cod, man, no problem. Full power all the way up with a full load of black cod coming up for sure.
Well,
so, yeah.
Good fishing indeed up there. And we're going to talk more about good fishing right now as we continue on with the Catch Report. Our private motor buddy, Captain Mark Wish, has got that fishdope.com report. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Ricky, Pete, Ron. Welcome back, you guys. Too bad you got to come back to reality here once in a while.
Yeah,
for
it's
real, man.
Not a bad reality, Mark.
It's not, man. For our first report here of the 2024 summer season, man, it's looking really good out there right now. Got improving water conditions everywhere, and nice and warm inlands here. I'm definitely feeling like summertime, and I love it. So up north, much better weather for those guys. They've had some wind, probably a little more than their share. But with it being relatively nice right now, Santa Rosa and Santa Cruz are going to get checked out. Hopefully that sea bass and yellow, not so much yellows, but halibut is still biting up there. They'll be all over it. Same setup out there at Nick. The wind backed off. It's almost calm right now, virtually no wind and very little swell. And several boats are out there checking it out, so we'll get some good reports. There was epic halibut fishing before this last little go-around with the weather. Just beautiful grade of halibut, some really big ones, and a healthy sprinkle of tanker-grade yellows out there also. So we'll see what the current go-around is. Same setup at SBI, much better weather. Rumor has it yellows and sea bass fighting again out there. Over at Catalina, it's definitely getting into that summertime mode for sure. Water's warming up, cleaning up, bass are biting. It's some of the best calico bass fishing we've seen over there in quite some time. It's really nice this time of year, man. It's just fun. Also in the mix, you got a healthy sprinkle of bonita barracuda, still some good halibut fishing up there in real shallow water, and a good shot at mixed grade yellows all the way around the island there. It's summertime at Catalina for sure. And at San Clemente Island, this is where it gets interesting. Good news is fishing's been really a major uptick, really, in the yellowtail fishing over there this past week. Bigger yellows in the cove and mixed grade, some small ones, some big ones up on the front side. Almost the whole front side has got fish scattered up and down it. So that's the good news. And the bad news is boat pressure over there right now is absolutely intense. Squid fishing last night was virtually impossible between full moon and too many inconsiderate boaters. It was very difficult. I just talked to Danny a little bit ago, Danny from Fish Dope, who had just talked to the guys on the Carnage. And, God, I wish I could use the quote that they used to describe Pyramid Cove last night while they were trying to make squid, but it's definitely XXX rated. Can't say it, but yeah, it was. They had some issues. And, but fortunately, the fish over there, the yellows this time of year, they switch off of that squid and are more than happy to bite a sardine or a mackerel. So even if you don't make the bait, you can still get some really good fishing on the fin bait right now and surf center. So a lot of fish at that island right now. And then, I got to imagine with the yellowtail shootout going on right now, there's plenty of those guys over there and probably some looking around for them tankers at La Jolla and maybe the Coronados. And I know some of the guys are running way down the Baja coastline to check it out, so good luck to the guys in the tournament. And just a heads up, kind of a general info thing for you guys that like to fish rockfish. We had some new rockfish rigs earlier that are going to change here in another about a week, 1st of July. So you got to definitely check the rockfish rigs in terms of the depths we can fish. I think it's going to be like inside of 50 fathoms or something like that. I think they're closing down the deeper water for a while. So check your rockfish rigs, guys, if you're into that. And, all things considered, we got some really good fishing going on.
Yeah, we do. All over the place there. And fishdope.com, Danny and the boys have all that information. $20 off or $30 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space, Hookup Now, your $30 code. And Mark, how do we find you?
Well, Pete, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of both at Chica and Editor. Phone number at the store is area code 714-840-4262, and the website PacificEdgeTackle.com. And Pete, how's that boat looking?
Boat is coming along great.
Sweet.
It's over at West Coast Marine in San Diego right now, getting a new Yamaha autopilot put on, having the bottom painted, and the electronic, the Ray Marine electronic package is almost finished by Justin over at On Point Marine. But it's going to be quite the vessel there, man. It's going to be deluxe. It's a beautiful boat.
It's pretty perfect.
Yeah,
it's pretty
nice.
Sounds like a sea trial's coming soon.
I think in about by the end of next week, I think we're dialed.
The boat's down at the landing right now getting the electronics done, and when Pete was in Montana, like the whole crew of Fisherman's Landing, we were all down there crawling all over it, checking it out. There is so much boat in that 25 feet. It is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the crew over at Steigercraft. What a beautiful job.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's all like custom.
Just like the amount of seating and the huge deck space. There's a seakeeper in it. Like all of the cool stuff.
Can't wait to go fishing.
And there's still a full cabin inside.
And don't forget that 60-gallon Pacific Edge bait tank.
It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's a big tank full of rod holders, and it just doesn't even dent your deck. It's awesome. Yeah, that's a really cool rig.
Yeah,
nice job
we'll
on the bait tank.
We'll go fishing soon there, Mark. We'll go fishing. Hey, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Okay, you got it, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks, Marks. All right, now let's head on down to not to Seaforth, but to Cedros. We're going to talk to Rosie and find out what's going on all the way down at the yellowtail capital of the whole world. Good morning,
Don't forget
Rosie.
Calico Bass, too.
Yeah.
That's right. Good morning, Pete, Ricky, and Ron. Ron, I think I still owe you a carrot cake cheesecake, my friend. I got to get that to you.
My goodness.
Yeah, you owe me one, too, don't you? Yeah.
I'm sure, why not? I owe you all one.
Yeah, nobody does that like Rosie.
I got to tell you guys, you talking about this whole Father's Day thing and bringing up the next generation, fishing with your kids. And if you look at my social media this week, posting all the catches that we had father and sons. We had grandfathers with their grandkids. Grandkid that had never fished before catching 40-pound yellowtail. I mean, it's just...
Gosh.
I know. I told them, I said, did they tell you just to really hang on tight? They go, that's exactly what they said. Just hang on, buddy. But it's like, I mean, it's just like seeing you go every year to Alaska. And I know, Jeff just missed out on a trip to Alaska. It was a kind of a funky little thing. But it's like, Ricky, I was serious. I'm going to see about Jeff next year to Alaska. He and maybe Zachary, and we're going to talk to him today, too. So,
yeah,
but
Rosie,
anyway.
we'll take good care of him.
I know you will. I know you will. So, Cedros, it just keeps on producing. It's like, we had one day this last week that it was a little tough. It took them until 10 o'clock to get their limits of yellowtail.
Wow.
So I felt, I felt bad for them. It was real tough. But
all the way till 10.
I know, right? So we had one angler this week that he got his, I always say a full quiver, his 5 yellowtail. The smallest was 35, the largest was 42, and those were the guys that got it before 10. But they got big guys. They just got big guys. And when the fishing kind of was I don't want to say getting tough, but not as fast as they would like it to be, they tried a little bit of everything. I mean, they had the surface iron going out, they had yo-yos going out. They did bait, and everything produced, but just at a little bit slower rate. So I don't know if it's the moon phase or not, because I think we had a full moon doing something here the other day. But they still were catching.
Rosie, you need a Cedros reality check when you're talking about the slower fishing was limits of yellowtail to 40 pounds by 10 a.m.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that doesn't get to be held in the same sentence as slow.
Yeah. And here's the other thing, too, about Cedros sport fishing. Easy travel. Rick and I travel a lot to places, and Alaska's it's a long flight. I mean, you want to go different places. Queen Charlotte's a long trip. It's a long day.
Right.
Cedros, going to Cedros sport fishing is like. It's like going down the street. It's easy.
You
and
fish
Rosie,
that afternoon.
And Rosie makes it so easy. Right, Ron? You've been there.
Yeah. I love that place.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, you think about a full day of travel to get to some places. Cedros, you wake up that morning, you're fishing that afternoon.
Yeah, that afternoon.
Not getting there. You're catching a yellow that afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. So, Rosie, I heard that there was one spot left on our Let's Talk Hookup trip. Is that still true?
Actually, there's 2 spots left on your July trip. Yeah, there are 2 spots left on your July trip, and man, someone could hop on and, catch some yellowtail the afternoon that they show up. It's not a bad thing,
So that trip leaves 1 week
July
from Monday,
1st.
right?
You are correct.
1 week from Monday. There's
July
still
1st.
time to get on it, right?
Absolutely.
And you talk about time
my
that's
gosh.
heading into the dark down there.
Totally.
I mean, if you're a moon doggy, I can't think of a better time to go to
no
Cedros.
doubt.
Yeah, for sure. So I can't believe the 2 spots. And what about the rest of the season? Any spots left?
Yeah, I got some onesie-twosie spots that are open up. I think I have 1 3-spot left. But other than that, it's onesie-twosies. But it's like, I got a lot of 2, so grab a buddy. Grab a buddy, give me a call. Phone number here at Cedros Sport Fishing is 619-772-7570. And we didn't even talk about the halibut and the white sea bass that were caught this week because they were monsters too. Up to 38 pounds on the white sea bass, and I think the largest halibut this week was 32.
Wow.
So that makes them for some good eats.
Yeah, no kidding. So if you want to go to Cedros Sport Fishing on the Let's Talk Hookup trip, July 1st through the 5th, right? And
Correct.
Monday to
5th.
Friday. It's a holiday week, so you don't have to take that much time off of work. So why not go down and go fishing with Cedros? Tommy P will be heading that trip, and it's going to be a great time to do it because, like I said, it's like prime moon, prime time. Couldn't get any better than this week. So call Rosie. How do we get a hold of you, Rosie?
All right, once again, guys, phone number is 619-772-7570. You can also get onto the website, see what's open. You can email me from there. But I always love talking to you because usually if there's one question, a few more arise, and we can go through all of those.
Yeah, and Ron Wayne's got the wheels turning right now. He's going, how can I go on this trip? Yeah, I want to
Did it show on my face?
Yeah, it did.
You and me both.
I was like, I'm going, oh, wait, can I pull that one off?
I was in Alaska for a week.
Yeah.
Grandma's watching the boys, but man, that's only a couple of days.
A week from Monday. Get on it. Yeah.
There you go.
Rosie. CedrosSportFishing.com. We can link that on the Let's Talk Hookup website. Rosie, we'll talk to you next Saturday.
See you, Rosie.
Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day.
All right, now let's head on over to C4 Sport Fishing. We got the man. Marcos is on the line. Good morning, Marcos.
Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today?
It's good, man. I know when we talked to you last week, we said we were just ready to carry on that kind of report on repeat all summer long. Did the fishing hang in there with us?
I'm going to say that mostly, but I'm going to actually start off with a fish count with something which is kind of a big "we told you so" moment, because we keep talking about this. Probably our best trip right now is the Twilight trip. Like, last night, New Seaforth on their Twilight trip, 5 yellowtail, 42 calico bass, over 100 released, and a few rockfish in the mix there.
Sick.
Night before that, 2 yellowtail, 36 calico bass, over 100 released, 5 sand bass, 5 rockfish, some sculpin. Night before that, 3 yellowtail, 86 calico bass, almost 200 released. And, the only reason we didn't have a count the night before that is because the boat didn't run. And it's just like fishing is really picked up. Even the half day itself. I mean, yesterday afternoon they had a yellowtail, 3 barracuda, 190 calico bass. Yesterday morning, 3 barracuda, 73 calico bass, 1 46-pound white sea bass. They actually let us know they have a white sea bass on the boat this morning. Day before that, 1 calico bass in the afternoon, 1 yellowtail in the afternoon, a bunch of calico bass. So half day doing great. The Twilight's kind of leading the charge there. I mean, 5 yellowtail on the Twilight trip, and they're catching those after dark. And have to go with all that calico bass. How long have we been talking about this? The Twilight definitely had a lull in popularity. People just weren't as into it, but it's kind of picking up, and this is why. This is exactly why we talk about that. You go out there, go out after work, go with some friends, have a burger on the boat, catch some yellowtail. I mean, what more can you ask for?
A great way to spend the evening.
I mean, that's much better happy hour than spending all night at the bar, I'd say,
No doubt. Well, that's great, Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, again, next week we're still Wednesday through Sunday. Starting in July, the week after that, we're going to be running those every night. And it's been a few years since we've run them every night. But like I said, we're having people come down. The fishing's great. Definitely hop on one of those. If you have someone that doesn't necessarily want to go out there for 12 hours or overnight or even a little shorter half day, a 4.5-hour trip, got to cop down after work, get on there, take some people fishing. Then back to it, what we talked about before. San Diego, still pretty good fishing on there. Those bluefin are just not cooperating on the full-day trip. They're seeing them out there. They just don't want to bite. But they're catching yellowtail. Got 3 yellowtail yesterday, 108 bonito, And there's definitely some big bonito in the mix there. These aren't like, the tiny bonito. These are, you're probably going to get a bit of a fight out of those guys. The overnight's still picking away at that bluefin, yellowtail bonito deal also. So overall, like we said, very similar to count to what we've talked about before, just a little nice little bump up into twilight and half day fishing. So check the website, seaforthlanding.com. We got those half days, morning, afternoon, and twilight. We got the full days, San Diego. Sea Watch will be going online pretty soon here, running some overflow trips, so another chance to get on there because, as we've talked about before, the San Diego trips fill up pretty quickly. 1 day, day and a half, 2 days. We got those reverse day and a half, or 1 days and day and a half in there, so definitely double check the departure times on some of those trips. Like the Highliner's running a bunch of trips leaving at 1 in the afternoon and coming back the next morning. We got some day and a half to leave a little bit earlier in the day. So lots of options. Like I said, we're creeping up on July here, so check the website. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Come down, visit us in person, get that gear tuned up, get out there, and who knows, maybe if you go on that twilight trip, you'll get a rock hard rig sighting.
Dude, I'm in. I can't wait. Yeah, exactly. That sounds good to me. Marcos, a great report as always, and yeah, I would say you didn't disappoint. It was just as good as last week, but with a bunch of yellows on the twilight. We'll take that all day.
Gotta love that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's a nice uptick for the local fishing there.
We'll take it, Marcos. Great job. We'll talk to you next week.
I'll talk to you then, guys.
All right. Going to remind you today that Catch Report was sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you get a premier processing experience. Check out the new and easier online system to book your processing for your next long-range trip. Now, with the addition of the new team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity, the finest customer service. Stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or check fishermansprocessing.com and make sure you make those reservations today.
Yeah, for sure. I got a great text here. He says, it's from Jeff in Mission Viejo. He says, Ron's enthusiasm is contagious. I love my links I bought from Fastlane. Other than rinsing off, does my Mirage Drive need any special maintenance?
Great question.
No, that is a good question. Yeah, check the chains. You want to right where the cables go into the swedges the chains. You just want to see if there's any broken strands. Usually start looking for that after a couple of years or a lot of use. The other thing is when you feel those chains, when you squeeze them, you want about 1/4 of an inch deflection. Now, keep those things sand free.
Right.
Just flush them good, and they're going to last for ages. And another thing is if you're down fishing in the area and you're just worried about it, just swing by the shop. Callan's there, I'm there. We can all just look at them and just kind of give them a run through. And I think that's probably really all you got to check is the chains and the lubrication and just the sand free.
Do you guys do service maintenance, or is it just that, or is that not necessary? I mean, do you once a year? Hey, I want to drop the thing off and have the boys go through it and lube everything up.
I feel a little bit like the Maytag man, with nothing to do. There's really nothing.
That's
to
what
do.
I'm saying.
But we do a lot of installs, and there are boats now that are 20 years old.
Sure,
and we put new lines in them, new bungee cords. It's very, very simple. Not a lot of people want to do it themselves because it's, once you do it, it's pretty easy.
Sure.
But it is kind of complicated.
Well, there's nothing easier than dropping it off and going next door, grabbing a little deli sandwich, enjoying the sunshine, hanging out.
Yep. And then look back at the dock with all the tuna coming in.
Saying,
oh my goodness.
That doesn't sound like a bad plan to me.
No, that's a fun place to watch people launching and bringing in their. Just come on down and we can take care of your boat while you're taking care of a sandwich.
No doubt about it. Well, hey, I had a fun text that came through. This one was geared towards Ron, and I really like this question. It says, good morning, Pete, Rick, and Ron. What is a small kayak that you could recommend that I could take on my private boat to really get into the kelp and boilers? I love the idea of mothership fishing for big bass. What length, width, and weight would you recommend? I'm going to Catalina on a 4-day trip real soon.
Oh, get the I-9. Oh, my goodness. That's the
I-9, or what about the Lynx?
Lynx is great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 11-foot boat.
The advantage of the
Lynx
is you don't have to worry about, puncturing it.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever worry about puncturing it?
No, I didn't. No.
I didn't
Absolutely
either.
not.
And we know we've already roasted that one client so many times.
Yeah. But the Lynx is so portable. That's what either one, would be great. How long is the Lynx?
11
it's
feet.
11.
Yeah, 11 feet. And it's probably our fastest boat.
Is it?
I would love to fish
And it weighs 45 pounds.
Well, I took my Lynx out to on the mothership trip. I was in it 11 hours.
Yeah.
Right. We were on the mothership trip at San Clemente Island. Caught gobs of yellowtails with it.
See, and for me, okay.
Oh, the other difference
I love the I-9, and it's a fantastic boat, but on a mothership trip, if you have the room on the boat, the Lynx is show up and no blow up, right?
Yeah.
you just throw it in the water.
Show up and blow up.
Yeah, you just throw it in the water. Right?
The other thing that's
just show up.
Yeah.
the other thing that's really nice about the Lynx is you can put a bait tank on it.
Oh, really? That's huge.
It's already geared for the bait tank.
Yeah.
And your same, your same exact, fish finders and everything.
Sure,
go mount right in the boat.
Oh, yeah. So either one. I mean, if you don't have the room to store an 11-foot, like basically it's like a stand-up paddleboard, then get the I-9 or the I-11, right? And just show up and blow up.
I mean, the other nice thing is, if you're talking about mothershipping on your own boat, how nice is it that you can just take that bag and chuck it in the V-berth and not take up all the space. And then when you get there, boom, boom, few minutes, blow the thing up, and now you're inside the boilers and you're not worried about your boat's now anchored safely out the line, but you can get in tight and get in all that big bass fishing.
For sure.
I got to tell you, I just think it's the way it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Once you see it and once you do it, you're going to be hooked.
Oh, we go on a mothership trip, and it's like we're going to do some mothership stuff on the new boat.
That's
sure. We got to go do it.
Yeah,
we got to
no
go
doubt.
do it. Hey, let's jump in the phones.
You got it. How about this time we talked to Roy? Roy is calling us from San Diego this morning. Good morning, Roy. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. You talked earlier about a darn you, Ron moment. Last time I was lucky enough to win one of those Yak Pack boxes, and darn you, Ron, it wasn't enough. I had to buy some more things. I had to buy rod holders and little boxes on side rails and stuff. Is there any new things that Yak Pack has brought out in the last 6 months or so?
Oh, what a great question. Only about 10. Yak Attack has been attacking. Yeah, no, they've really got some nice. We have a whole table full of Yak Attack
So
stuff,
Yak
new
Attack
stuff.
is accessories made by another company other than Hobie that it's all about fishing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like engineers that fish make stuff.
Make stuff.
It's
and actually this company's in Florida, so that shows you how big the kayak and fishing world is.
They're somewhere else. They're up in the northeast.
Or northeast. Okay.
Yeah, far
they're out
away.
there. They're east of the Rockies, East Coast. Anything east of the Rockies in my mind is East Coast. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But they're like tackle storage systems, rod storage, gear, like that kind
rod
of thing.
holders,
Yeah.
and just key stuff to make your life easy.
And everything thought out well. It's like, well, dude, of course it's supposed to be that way. Of course it should, this should slide under the seat and hold the box this way. And if I'm already going to have this box on here, of course there should be rod holders attached to it, and you're getting 2-for-1s and that kind of thing.
Any standout ones that you want to talk about?
They're these little tackle boxes that snap together, and they snap right on the side and they also now have inserts that just are tackle organizers.
Wow.
And they're amazing, and they're inexpensive, and they just go click, and then you can put all your stacked boxes together and put a handle on the top, and you can carry it like a tackle box.
That's right.
And it just snaps on your boat, or you can put one down below. And they also have fittings that go all over the age crate. I mean, not the age crate. It's
they
actually
make
the
their
black
own,
box.
right?
Yeah. The black box, yeah.
And which one fits the fly rod? Is it the black box or
they both do?
The H grade? They both do.
They both do now. Yeah. And what's fun about this Yak Attack stuff is it has a look.
Yeah.
It means business. It looks like it means business. Cool. It works well.
Yeah. And you have all the accessories. You have the Hobie accessories, the Yak Attack, everything. So I guess a trip down to Fastlane is in order for you.
Yeah. Darn you, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More fishing info. We got a special guest, too. You stay tuned. More Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090 ESPN Radio. Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charter Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me, book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
This is Pete, and I hear it all the time. That Jim and Mary at Poway Valley Collision are amazing. I took my car to Poway Valley Collision, mentioned Let's Talk Hookup, and they gave us VIP treatment, fixed our car, and even gave us a special price. Believe me when I say Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. At some point, your car will need a body repair, and I'm confident in saying it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. Our listeners can save hundreds of dollars on your next car or truck repair. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, Wawanesa, and more. All you do is call Jim, Mary, or any of their team members, and they do all the rest. No hassles, just top-notch work and VIP treatment. When you take your car or truck to Poway Valley Collision, the job and experience will be top-notch. Get it fixed right at Poway Valley Collision. 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year, and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know: CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere. Hookup, having a great time here this morning. Phones have been packed. Texts have been packed. We're having a great time. Again, if you want to get through, plenty of time for you. 213-432-1090. Not only your chance to talk to Ron Lane, also your shot at winning a $450 Hobie bait tank or a $200 shopping spree of Salty Crew gear thanks to Fastlane.
We have a special guest that's no stranger to us here. Bob Hoos from Costa.
Hey, Hoos.
What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're here to talk about the boat show that nobody knows about.
Exactly.
What is it? The Safe Harbor San Diego Boat Show?
International Boat Show.
It's going on. It's happening today. It started Thursday?
Started Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Costa's down there.
Costa's a big part of that whole thing, yeah. And that's the big draw. And I guess Lasley's there too.
Yeah, I saw Galati and Caprice, and we had fun yesterday. I mean, we were showing, all the captains, the new Grand Catalina, the Taxman. I'm wearing Taxman.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
the gold
and
lens.
the new gold lens.
Gold lens, and rumor has it we're gonna take you out on a sailboat.
Yeah, today I'm going on the blowboat. How about that?
Well,
today
we might go pirate mode and.
There you go.
Go out to La Jolla Kelp and get out an X-Wrap.
So the whole gang from Costa's down there. I understand Dwayne Diego's there today.
Dwayne's going to be down there. I think he's on the boat trip, too.
Oh, okay. And then tomorrow you have...
sailboaters. Tomorrow there's a lot going on in San Diego. So tomorrow Costa's going to be at the BD Outdoor Yellowtail Shootout Awards, Portuguese Hall.
Yeah.
And that's
tomorrow?
That's tomorrow, 11 to 3. And then I'm I'm racing over to Dana Landing for the Tuna Wars.
Right, Tuna Wars tomorrow.
Yeah, Costa's going to donate a bunch of sunglasses.
Yeah, a lot of sunglasses.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. But
so you're busy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm running around like a 27-year-old in a 57-year-old body.
But you'll be at the boat show today, and Costa has a presence there.
Yeah, there's several boating industry vendors, and you'll see us. We're right there at the front. We're going to do the water station. It's going to be a nice day. Sun's out, and come by and see Grand Catalina Taxman, the gold lens.
Yeah, try the new gold. Now, what's the application for the gold lens?
So, I have not fished it or worn it, but just around the water and on boats, it's a rose base.
Oh.
So it really pops the colors. It's a different look than copper, and a lot of the captains and pro bass guys are saying this gold lens is in between sunrise silver, which is our lightest coverage, and say like a copper's or a green mirror. It's right there in the middle.
Wow, that sounds perfect.
It's polarized. It really pops the colors with that rose base, and performance and style. It looks cool.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll look cool on the sailboat with gold.
Okay, I'll wear the gold. I love green mirror though.
Yeah.
That's like that's such a because that's a bronze base, but this is a rose base, so it's totally different.
Right.
Deal.
Well, the green is copper base.
Yeah.
And then the gold is rose base. And we'll have them on the boat today, and we'll play with them.
Grand Catalina is the one that's got the kind of like adjustable side cup.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yes.
So it's like think of like a wraparound pair of glasses that's not that extreme wraparound, and like the piece that goes on the side frame, it's blackout. Like there's very, very little sun intrusion. Like your eyes are in those things. It's a very unique frame. We've got them at the shop, and like everybody puts them on, always does the same thing. I don't know if that's me or not. And then everybody says, "Well, put them on," and then like, "Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, these things are killer. They like really, really dark out everything."
It's a retro look, and I'm like Ricky. I look at them, I'm like, I can't rock those. And I put them on.
What I said.
And then I'm like, wow, I kind of look cool.
I said, oh, these aren't for me. And then I put them on. I'm like, well, maybe they'll be for me on the boat, because like, man, you're locked in with them. Like, they're cool.
Women are wearing them too. So
today at the boat show, which is where it's at Harbor Island, right?
Harbor Island, yeah. It's, Safe Harbor puts it on. You can get tickets right there at the front entrance, and you'll see all the boat dealers down there. I have been drawn down to the Galati boats because I call it drool dock. Drool dock.
Yeah.
But,
that's cool. Fun, going on today and tomorrow. And then you'll be at the BD Outdoors Yellowtail Shootout tomorrow, and then the captain's meeting at Dana Landing in Mission Bay tomorrow for Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea tomorrow. You're a busy guy.
Yeah. I want to circle back to the conversation you guys were talking about, the kayaks, the Hobies. And this is a great story up in Newport. I had just left Hill's Fuel Dock from a trip, and I come up to my slip. I'm right on the channel, and I'm backing in, tie the boat up, $600 at the fuel dock. And, I call them the dock roms that are in their kayaks, and they're fishing our lane, right there, our channel. And I'm looking at them like, you know what? They're catching fish. They look like little Bassmaster Classics, boats. They got electronics, bait tanks, and everything. And I love the fuel bill.
Yeah, exactly. You just got done shelling out 600 pounds. And these boys are having a good time. Pedal it away.
And we have good kind of like La Jolla. We can go out of the harbor and paddle or whatever, push whatever you're doing down to Crystal Cove, and that's our big sea bass area. that whole lane.
Right,
So,
And how about you? You have a 36 Pacific. You spend a lot of time at Clemente and Catalina. What about mother shipping with the one of those inflatables or the link?
Love to do it. Let's do it.
We should do that. Yeah,
that would be super fun.
When did you want to go?
Yeah. Ron's ready. Yeah.
Hey,
July opened up.
Yeah.
I've got a couple boats he can borrow.
No problem. Hey, I have a great text here from Doug in Paris. He says, "Love the show. My go is to information on the local conditions and fishing techniques. I've been wanting to get into kayak fishing. What is your recommendation to be for a starter setup for someone on a budget? It's been something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and you know what? We're not getting any younger, so let's do it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? Come down today
what do you
and get in
recommend?
a boat.
Like a budget starter kit for.
There is no. You remember the old Outback?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine that at half the price.
Whoa.
Yeah. The Passport. The Passport is a wonderful boat.
It still has a Mirage drive?
Oh, yeah. It has a Mirage drive with kick-up fins.
Yeah.
And you can upgrade to the 180 if you want.
Wow.
And turbo fins. And what it is it's an inexpensive Hobie.
Yeah.
With that really comfortable seat. It has a rudder system that is less sophisticated, so it's cheaper. And it works great.
Yeah.
Boats work good. And I got to tell you, guys who buy them, I'm not getting those as trade-ins real quick.
They love them.
They love them.
And half the price of an Outback.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
They're really nice.
It's kind of like a Talica Speedmaster.
There
Still
you go.
great
Exactly.
boat, but half the price. And
a lot of guys don't really need a lot of the features that Outback comes with. They just want to go down and be dock groms.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So again, today, 11 to 1, you're going to be doing demos on the inflatables. But if somebody wanted to try out the Passport,
oh yeah,
I'll bet you'd throw one in for them. Huh?
Oh, it'd take 2 seconds.
Yeah, because you're right on the water there in Mission Bay.
And that's the thing is a lot of people don't really understand kayak fishing. They think they're going to be paddling around.
Right.
They think it's hard. They're sitting in something. No.
Yeah.
Or they're worried about the stability, and that's not a thing anymore.
That's right.
It's just
Not with a Hobie.
It used to be, I sat on a kayak once. Bloop.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is. That's not what I'm selling.
No. So, you're sitting in a lawn chair on a super stable platform, and you're using your legs to go places fast.
So your hands are free.
Yeah. So you can go fishing.
I got to tell you that shore pounding guys, those are my biggest clients. They're looking right out there 50 feet away, and the guy's roping spotties. And they're sitting there pulling stuff through the eelgrass.
On the draw paws.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He had another fun text. Says, I love the Fast Lane family. I just bought my 4th kayak from you guys. This time a Compass. It's an awesome machine and lightweight. My favorite by far of all the 4. You guys really take care of your customers. Thanks, Ron, for the great customer service. That's Todd from TB Metal Art.
There you go.
Todd, good
guy.
In fact, he donated
Quite
a
an
prize
artist.
for one of our. I won this metal.
Yeah. Beautiful fish.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was a yellowtail.
Let's jump back on the phones, Rick.
You got it, man. How about this time we talk to Rob, who's calling us from Canyon Country this morning. Hi, Rob. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Great show, guys, like usual. Have a quick question. How many gallons of water for a scoop of bait? And my second question, will Pete be giving away a trip on his new boat? Will that be a prize here soon?
I like it.
Good one.
Probably not.
So on what bait tank?
Probably not.
Yeah, right. I was going to say that's the thing. Obviously the a Hobie tank, but there's not just one, right?
No. No, there is just one. There's one that's really good, and then there's one that's pretty good.
Okay.
The Hobie bait tank holds 11 gallons.
Okay.
And they make kayak scoops, so you don't have to buy a whole scoop. I mean, when you go to the bait barge, you can buy a kayak scoop. I don't know what they are now. I think they're $20. But most of the guys that are fishing La Jolla, they're not doing that. They're just going out and making bait. They got their sabikis out, and it's kind of, I have just as much fun catching bait as I do
Part of the day.
Yeah.
I know, it's like one of my favorite times.
They're bringing the mackerel out there, catching mackerel.
Catching mackerel.
Not really doing much sardine fishing.
Right.
Yeah.
But sardines.
But sardines work.
When
you're doing a mothership thing, man, like we did,
that was fun.
Yeah. Hey, let's jump back at the phones, Rick.
That sounds good to me. How about this time we talk, to Mike, who's calling us from Rosemead this morning. Hi, Mike. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning. Getting back to the Costa sunglasses. Ideally, I'd like to go down to Fisherman's Landing and try every sunglasses on your rack there. But how do they code the frame size to, like, your head? I mean, sometimes maybe you got a big fat head or you got a narrow head. Do they have a specific number to match that?
So what I recommend, and everyone has a different size head, and we have certain frames are sized to different head shapes, but I highly recommend come down to Fisherman's Landing, go to the Costa display, and you got to try them on. And if there's any
step outside,
yeah, you got to put them on, and you don't want any pressure on your temples. It's got to be like snug but not tight.
And if you go on the website too, they have like the dimensions, and they have like a virtual fit kind of thing too.
And some styles will even call it out, like Spiro XL. That's an extra.
Yeah. You have a big head.
Width. Yeah. Permit is another big head.
Yeah.
Frame. Tuna Alley. Blackfin, reefed in. But most important, I hear so many people, they'll go online, they'll look at Costa sunglasses, I like how those look, and then they put them on, they don't fit. And then, you get a headache after 4 or 5 hours.
Every single employee at our shop wears a pair of Costas. We were like comparing notes the other day, and it has nothing to do with Hoos or anything. Like, every single guy wears them, and we sell them every day. Like, our guys are just quite confident in, this is what I wear, try these on. Or, hey man, you've got a big dome, try these on.
Right.
Hey man, you got a really skinny face, try these
your
guys on.
know.
Yeah, at least they get things started. And so a guy comes in and we pick this pair, like, oh, that feels okay. All right, well, there's 7 or 8 different pairs that we have that are all similar to this. Let's pull all of those on. Okay, this one's better. It's like going to the eye doctor. Is it better 1 or 2? Is it better 1 or 2? And next thing you know, you've got a pile of maybes, and then a pile of these aren't right, and then you go through the maybes and see what you like, the looks of, and away you go.
And then there's lenses. You got to decide your lens.
Exactly.
So the best thing to do is just go to a Costa dealer like Fisherman's Landing and try them on. That's the best deal.
You can just walk right out on the sidewalk here and look at the water.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
See what's out
there. Yeah. Hey, I have a great text here from Matt in San Diego. It says, hey guys, great show. Does the i9 Hobie come with a pump, or is there a separate accessory for that?
Yeah, it comes with 2 pumps.
Yeah.
It has an electric pump that you plug into your cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
Nice. And that'll do the volume.
Yeah.
And then you take the hand pump and you top it off.
That's pretty cool.
We counted how many pumps. It's about 3 to 10 on the sides if it's 11, and then it's about 50 on the
middle.
On the middle one.
I like plugging it in the cigarette lighter.
Well, and that's the other thing
is
there's all these new pumps that came out that now you can dial it to what many pounds you want.
Right.
And they're very inexpensive. They used to be a couple $100. Now they're down to $80. So that's what I do. And I got to tell you, I was at Lake Mary, and we were going to go fishing trout early in the morning. And that's a campground.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there thinking, do I really turn that thing on, make all that racket, wake up all these neighbors? I go, no, I'm just going to blow it up. It only took me 2 minutes to blow it up.
Nice.
It wasn't a big deal at all. The pump's kind of a sophisticated high-volume pump that comes
That's
with
rad.
it. So if you have to blow up,
surprise.
just do it manually.
Those guys are rad. Everything they make is rad. Hey, another fun text. Good morning, Ron. I really want to have a depth finder installed on my Hobie. Do I make an appointment with you, or is it something I can just roll by for? Is it an all-day thing, or should I make plans to drop my kayak off and leave it for a few days? Very interested, from James in Escondido.
Okay, that's a great question. Callan's been putting fish finders in for me for years, and he's there during the week. So Tuesday through Friday. And if you dropped your boat off one day, you could pick it up the next day. Now, most installs are pretty quick. So if you had to wait, like if you're driving a long ways or something, we could schedule it to get it in.
Yeah. But if you're in the hood, an easy drop-off next day.
That's right.
And they're really good at it, too. Hey, let's try and sneak in another phone call.
All right. How about this time we talk to Scott from Huntington Beach. Hey, Scott, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Pete, Rick, and Corey. Hey, Ron, my question for you is, I want to get started kayak fishing, and I live in Huntington Beach. I want to fish the back bays. I have a kind of a bad low back? Do your kayaks come with good low back support seats, and where would I get one in Huntington Beach?
Well, that's really easy. You get on the freeway and you come south.
Exactly.
and talk to the good dealer.
And you can jump in all the different models. You can sit in the boats right there in the showroom.
Yeah.
But as far
or maybe even if you come down to the demo at between 11 and 1 today, you can get on the water and see what it's really like. That's one of the huge things about Fastlane is you're on the water, and you put boats in routinely all the time for people to test.
Right. But back to that question, to get started, anytime you're fishing in areas that have docks and rocks and niches, you want to make sure you get the Mirage Drive, the Hobie Mirage Drive that has reverse. Because you can pull right into a little zone, make a few casts, and get out really easy.
Yeah, you just pull a little lever and you're in reverse.
Yeah,
cool.
And as far as the most comfortable for bad backs, what guy that's 70 years old doesn't have a bad back?
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the boat for 11 hours.
Yeah.
Harry Walker beat me.
Yeah.
He's 80.
Yeah.
These are made to be comfortable.
A real quick question from Mike in Laguna Niguel. Says he's wondering if Fastlane has any financing plans available to buy.
Sure.
Fishing.
Yeah.
So you've got that all.
Oh yeah, that's easy. You just fill out a form. You write out with, and you know what's first year interest free.
Really?
Yeah. He was really good at it.
That's slick. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We're including finding out who's winning themselves a $450 Hobie bait tank and a $200 shopping spree of Salty Crew gear at Fastlane Sailing. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
This is one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day open party trips on the spacious and comfortable Liberty. Since we introduced the full-day trips at Fisherman's Landing, the 85-foot Liberty has become a favorite among full-day operations with bunks for your comfort, huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big modern galley and 2 interior heads with showers. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can easily be booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And at your San Diego County Ford dealers, you can find yours with the all-new 2024 Ford F-150 and the range of powertrain options. Whether it's a gas engine with the best-in-class towing, powering up with the F-150 Hybrid and the available Pro Power on board, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. What you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Visit your local San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. All right, it's time for the prize coin. Ron's going to do us the honors and flip that coin. See who's winning this $450 bait tank. Do it up, Ron. We have a caller, so congratulations, Scott in Huntington Beach. You have got yourself a brand new Hobie tank, which means our texter, Darren in Menifee, you have a $200 shopping spree worth of Salty Crew gear at Fastlane. Congratulations, you guys.
Congratulations,
so cool.
And thanks to everybody who called, text, and of course all our listeners too. Thank you, Ron Lane. How do we do it? Of course, today 11 to 1, right, at Fastlane demo. The I everything, right?
Well, yeah, we'll have all of them. The Fiesta, the four-banger. I mean, that thing is so fun. I fished on that with my grandkids.
The I-9, the I-11.
So we have a tandem, and we have the two singles, which are the I-9 and the I-11.
Wow.
The I-9 and I-11 have been just mega solid.
And this is free.
Oh, yeah.
So coming down, check it out. And where do we find you at Fastlane?
We're at Dana Landing, right across from SeaWorld. And that's, in the Dana Landing Marina right in Mission Bay.
Yeah.
And it's actually been really pretty out lately.
Yeah.
Water's warm.
Come on down, Mission Bay, right next to Dana Landing. Go see the gang and the family at Fastlane. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate you. And Bob, we'll find you at the boat show today.
Absolutely.
And, of course, at the captain's meeting tomorrow night and BD Outdoors tomorrow. You're a busy guy. And I'll see you down at the boat show today. Hey, thanks for listening today. Thanks to Chris for manning the phones. Thanks to Adam for all he does on the Let's Talk Hookup app. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have the captains, Captain Dave and Nancy Marciano, and Bob Cook from Wicked Tuna will be right here in the World Headquarters. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow morning right back here on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.